Hey, Wannabe Gamer here with another Top War video. Today we're going to be talking about the Expedition Base. I've seen a lot of people ask, how do I get farther in the Expedition Base? And it's very common to get this very boring answer of, just get stronger, it comes with time. And while that is true, there are some things you can do to progress farther and punch way above your weight class, and that's the kind of stuff we're going to go ahead and get into today. But first, I want to talk about what the Expedition Base is, and I want you to like and subscribe. But the Expedition Base is a building that you get access to at level 22. Once you build this building, you're able to progress through the various levels in the different regions and get rewards. Now, you do get rewards for beating the level, as well as batches of levels. There's various checkpoints where you can get these nice big rewards. But the big thing about this base is the passive rewards you get. So at the top of your icon here above your building, you'll start to see a green circle fill up. These are the building collecting rewards. It's very similar to the gold mines green circle that pops up. Mine's empty though because I just collected my rewards. Now, this will collect rewards for up to 12 hours, and you can collect at any time. After 12 hours, it stops producing rewards, so make sure you check in on this so you're not losing out on any rewards. But the rewards are shown in the upper left-hand corner. Now, you can see my 7 every minute icon there. That is how many Medals of Glory I'm getting per minute. Medals of Glory is the currency that you're able to get from this that you can spend in the Expedition store. But there's also these rewards here. Now, these rewards are based on the max level, so yours may look a bit different, but this is what they'll end up looking like at the very end. Now, the max level is 10-49. It's not the 10-50 that mine says. That's the next level, but it doesn't let me challenge it because they haven't released it yet. So 10-49 is the max level, or 259. Now, if you're wondering why people have different ranks, even though they're at the same level, it's based on who got there first. So if you can reach 259 first, you'll be number one on the rankings until they release new levels. So that's something to keep in mind. There's also merit. So as people reach these various checkpoints, everybody in the server is able to collect gems, but whoever reached there first will have their name etched on this screen. Now, back to the rewards. There's two types of rewards. There's the common rewards, which would be the top line of rewards here, and these are going to what you'll get no matter what. Now, the bottom ones are the rare rewards, and to get the rare rewards, you need to accomplish Indomitable by having enough CP. So as you can see, I have 100 out of 100 CP. Even if you have higher than 100, it still says 100 out of 100, but you need to have at least that to be able to get these rare rewards. So if you go ahead and click on Upgrade, you'll see all sorts of heroes. Now, you can click on your heroes. I've got my 3 set up here at the bottom, and it shows the CP of all the heroes that you have. And the CP is based on their stars, their level, their quality, whether they're orange, purple, or blue, and you need to get 3 heroes to add up to at least 100 so you can get those rare rewards. Now, if you're having a bit of trouble with that, one of the things you can do is you can check out the weekly heroes. Now, I haven't paid attention to when this resets. I've never really needed it, but it either resets on Sunday when the VIP store does, or more likely on Wednesday when most of the events reset. But if you're having trouble reaching 100, keep an eye on the weekly heroes. As you can see here, up at the top, I have 3 heroes that are 5-star level 120, but they have different CP values. 2 of them are about 46, where Tyrant is 58, and that's because he's one of the weekly heroes. So that can make a big difference to get you over that 100 mark if you're having some trouble. Next, we're going to go ahead and check out the Expedition store, and I wanted to talk about what kind of stuff I think is valuable to buy from here because, you know, I wouldn't recommend buying resources from here. It seems like a waste of Medals of Glory, but you won't have access to everything right away. You do actually have to progress in the Expedition base to be able to unlock the ability to buy these. Now, my favorite things to buy in here are the class items. Now, if you're a Combat Elite, of course, you'll be buying the Elite name tag. If you're a Mechanical Master, you'll be buying the Mechanical gear. And then everybody will be buying the class item chest because you can pick what you want out of that. The reason I recommend these is because they're a little bit expensive to get everywhere else, and to completely finish your class, both your basic and specialization class, it's going to take between 7,000 and 7,300 class items. So it's probably a good idea to stock up now. Another thing that I'll occasionally buy out of here is the Elite Hero vouchers. I'll sometimes buy these when there's an event that tells me to use them rather than paying gems for them. So that's my recommendation from here. But a lot of these other items, such as the components, the gold chest, the premium recruit vouchers, they're not bad items to get. I wouldn't be opposed to that. The only items I would be opposed to are the resources. It would be much better for you just to increase your gathering speed. Now, going back to the Expedition base, how can we progress farther? If you click challenge, you're able to see what you're up against next. It'll show the heroes as well as the type of units you're up against. The nice thing about the Expedition base is it's always one type of unit. It's either all Army, all Air Force, or all Navy. And if you click attributes, you can see the kind of stuff that you're up against. Now, when you progress farther in the Expedition base, pretty much every battle you're going to have is going to have max level components, max level skills, max level suppressions, and max level perks, which means these guys are insanely strong. So sometimes you're just thinking, how am I possibly going to beat these guys? Well, it really comes down to the suppressions is the biggest differentiation in here. Now your suppressions, if you go into the arsenal, you can see your suppressions. Now these basically, it's basically a game of rock, paper, scissors. Army beats air, air beats navy, navy beats army. And there's two different things you can upgrade here. So for example, let's take Army for example. They have an advantage over air. If I upgrade SAM, it increases their damage towards air. And if I upgrade anti-air armor, it reduces the damage they take from air. So the suppressions can give you a huge advantage because if you get these to level 100, you'll do 120% more damage towards the target while taking 120% reduced damage from them. So this is what's really going to get you farther in the expedition base and the thing you should focus on the most. While I was leveling up, my Air Force suppressions were way higher than all my other ones because my Air Force was lacking. And that's another thing, is to have a well-rounded military. It's very hard to be able to work on Army, Navy, and Air Force at the same time, so something that you can do to kind of compensate for that is there's two heroes I would recommend upgrading. One would be Amalia, and the other one would be Villaire. Now, both of these heroes are able to increase the attack of all types of unit, not just one type of unit. So Amalia will work on Air Force, Army, and Navy, so it gives them flexibility so you can use them in different battles. So keep that in mind. These two are very good to be able to fill in the gaps that you don't have. If you're strictly specializing in Army, then you can get these two to fill in the gaps for Navy and Air Force. Another thing you can do is since it costs you nothing to challenge in the expedition base, switch up your heroes, try different things, try different components, try different heroes, try everything. Sometimes try the same thing you've been doing, but attack multiple times and see how much damage you're doing. If one attack, there's 50% of their health left, and the next attack there's 30%, that's a big variation. Try again. Maybe you'll get lucky. I've attacked something 7 times to win on the 7th one. There's no downside to losing, and it costs nothing to attack, so why not? Another thing you can do is also have a high rate of fire 10. You will not beat the expedition base unless you can get the component high rate of fire 10. So definitely the first kind of component that you're going to want to work on. And speaking of components, which ones should you have on? I'm apparently forgetting where components are. But high rate of fire 10, and also the components I would recommend for the expedition base would also be the PvP components. So armor buff, damage increase, damage decrease, weapon buff, and high rate of fire. But you can always mess with these. If you're going up against someone that's got a higher high rate of fire than you, you could replace high rate of fire with dodge and hope that you can get through on that. But just experiment and try a bunch of different things. It'll get you farther, and like I said, it costs nothing to do and you lose nothing, and we're all waiting for the next reset so we can do all the events again anyway. But that's all I have to say about the expedition base. Let me know what you think. What level have you reached on the expedition base? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share me with your alliance. I really appreciate all the comments and everything you guys have been saying. It's been a lot of fun to talk with you guys and answer all the questions. But I got to go now, and as always, have a fantastic day.